Hello everyone, Mr. Zas here, dropping another video. Lots of videos to release this week, not that much time. Let's dive into it. Joyce vs Carlos Takam. It could be Joyce vs Tony Yoka. A good grudge match because, Joyce needs to defend his European title. It's not certain if he's going to defend it or if he's going to drop it. But, Tony Yoka was ranked in European rankings too. I think that fight will never gonna happen. I mean, not at this stage because COVID. It's a big money fight, and at this moment, there's many fights coming up, and there's market over-exaggeration with boxing. But here we have Carlos Takam with Joyce. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say Carlos Takam will gonna be his toughest opponent so far. Yes, Daniel Dubois was a good opponent, and he was winning the fight till he got his eye socket fractured. But at the same time, who has Daniel Dubois won? Okay, the best guy what on his resume is Nathan Gorman. I would say it is. So from one side, it's kind of Daniel Dubois was overhyped, and he was maybe a bit too green to take on Joyce. But here we are, a good fight, and I'm thinking this is a good fight. Many of you are gonna say that Carlos Takam has no chance. Now I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna say Carlos Takam has fair chance. First of all, guys, he has a really good chin. He has a good amateur pedigree. He's well skilled. Yes, he's like a gatekeeper. He's like Derek Chisora, but he has that skill set. If you make mistakes, he can capitalize on them. And if you're gonna come in lazy, he gonna steamroll you. That's the thing. He can take advantage on your mistakes, and you can pay the price. So I don't want to say that it's a gross mismatch. Certainly not. I think Carlos Takam, if you make bad mistakes, he can easily win the fight. He can knock you out. He has that. And because of his engine, he can go those rounds. He can take that punishment. And that's why I think this fight will going to go about to the late rounds, to the round 8 to 10. Personally, I think it will going to be like a proper slugfest. Carlos Takam just going out, pushing him hard. You could say kind of Chisora style. Because Carlos Takam, I kind of view him as 2.0 Chisora. Yeah. They're very similar level. I know that Chisora won, but it was a very interesting fight. And I think this fight will going to be the same thing. It will going to be a highly aggressive opponent, and Joyce moving around the ring, jabbing and trying to stay away and punish Carlos Takam on his mistakes. And that's why I will gonna buy the ticket for this fight, because I think it will gonna be entertaining. It will gonna be good fight. It will gonna be a good scrap. And yeah, I recommend you all, to buy the tickets too, or just stream it on pay-per-view. I don't know, it's on pay-per-view, maybe it is. But honestly, from the boxing matches which are happening, I think this is one of those where it's worth to buy the ticket, because it will gonna be a slugfest. Anyways, I think Joyce will gonna stop Carlos Takam late, but I don't think this is one-way traffic. I think there are gonna be lots of highlights and lots of great exchanges. Anyways, subscribe, leave a comment, and see you next time, guys. Mr. Zas out.